Hayi vatsonga va ka hina yi manyanga ndzi ta kombisa swilo ku ri wa subscribe ni kombela u subscribe lava nga ta vona the first 5 minutes on Facebook video ya full mi ta yi kuma ka YouTube surely link yi kona kwalaho la mi vona ka YouTube hayi mi kumi kwala yi sungula ku ta kona. So namuntlha ni ta vulavula hi case yin'wanyana ya hala kaya. So in this case, in covering these cases, I'll try by all means to respect the mindhangu of these people that I'm covering. No la ku leswa so loko a ri na n'wana wa yena I mani yini boboto wa yena a swi tshamisekanga. I wouldn't want myself to be associated with some of the cases. So in all, I will do my best to respect their privacy in covering this one. Le case ya lagaya ya kangwamintwa runmate. It didn't take place kangwamintwa kambe ximunhuhatwa xa hina xi tswariwe kangwamintwa in 1981 vito ra xona i Jazzman Rikhotso. Surely vo tala lava nga khale va kha va landzelela ti-case kumbexana lava nga na vutivi nyana hi ti-case ta rape la South Africa va n'wi tsundzuka ta mama. So Jazzman Rikhotso, his rape cases took place in Pinville, Johannesburg, Soweto. So his rape run yisunguli in 2008 yela 2010. So I've noticed similarity n'wanyana loko the rape victims ti vulavula ti describe the perpetrators. Ti va hlamusela as people who are charming. That's the first thing. Secondly, they're good looking, majority of them. No, like I want chavisa, so you give them attention, and what allow want the potential in them. Some narrow, they're manipulative. And that's one thing that I've noticed this Xitsonga so tal. Xitsonga is manipulative. La mhleketweni a swi talangi ku nga tshama na Xitsonga u tlhela u tshemba ku Xitsonga. They're very manipulative. So these are the red flags. Just in case you're walking on the road, there's a manipulative way that they use to lure you to places like so be very careful. Don't be manipulated. Do things because you want to do them, not because you've been convinced to. Because manipulation, when you are being manipulated, you are being pushed through the mind. So that's what manipulation, I believe, is at this stage or at this case is that rape. So the rape cases because all in all no langusana ngopfu na case ya but I feel like it's relevant in giving you these cases. Ni mi nyika na leswi ni swi vonaka swi repeat-a ka ti-characters letiwani kumbe va careful tanihiloko ri n'hweti ya vavasati. So this guy was charming, he was nice looking, and he was manipulative. So his rape cases started in 2008 and ended in 2010. So in those 2 years, he managed to rape 12 people. That's why we call him a serial. So I think this is relevant because Islam saying is a serial killer. So like 3 victims or more. If you look is serial rapist. So like repeat the offense yaleyo kanar or more. because you can kill once but you can rape many times the same person. So it doesn't matter ku swi endle ka vanhu vangani kumbe ka munhu kangani, no. So let's get into the case. Jazzman. So Jazzman is described as by his victims as someone, as I said, he was charming, alanguteka, and he was manipulative. And the one thing is she catch attention all his victims, very at first they felt safe around him. All of them. They said first they felt safe around him. That's how he managed to manipulate them. Eventually, then I did research on the man was a security guard. So as a security guard, through experience and through training, ukumi the ability to make people feel safe around you. No, he had that thing. Person security. Around when you're go safe. And security competition branches. But you feel safe around them. So his victims someone who would lure them, manipulate and make them feel safe around him. If he out of nowhere it would change. It would change to be something else. It would actually point the address shubam ku va force ku va endla leswi hi alava ku swona. Address shubam, and you would be hardcore. It was a person who was hardcore. You would use strong language to raping them. Hardcore. So this is another red flag. I know it's none of my business, but the chances are, because when in the video I'm doing it at the same time, pointing out things which are very important. Notice kuna gang who loves it rough and aggressive and is very pushy. Those are one of the signs that munhu angana potential ya ku munhu kahle this minute, but the moment you start engaging in that thing, boom, so some patient. It's about the inner self. These people have the ability to be rapists. Because no more check on a ganglia, you succeed and especially in the USA. Look wherever I check the PC wherever I check the site search the website which they visit, and bakuma search history so as I said, it's a red flag, the roughness. So he was quoted saying kabotala van'wani va byele ku wa kumbe a nga tirhisanga tiphilisi takwe. If he had, it would have been more rougher and it would have taken more time. I can recall watching this other video Mkhegulu I won't post here. I hlamusela timhaka ta ku aya wana sirhara nuna wakwe and a ku ri khale a nga se tshama I engage, and it was rough, it was brutal. It was brutal, and at the end of the day, he would swear them. And Mkhegulu hlamusela ku she was raped in front of Mtukulu wakwe. Can only imagine how brutal he is. So that's Jazzman. Xin'wana xa xi endla besides raping them, you would a va tekela na tifoni. If you had a phone, a teka tifoni, And mind you, this is one of the things leswi swi nga n'wi khomisa damani, because a kumeka a ri na property ya leyi nga ripotiwa ku yi win during during rape. That's the first thing. Secondly, where anga tirhisi protection, so sample ya semen ya yena or DNA ya yena a ku va ku ri yona yi kumekaka ka vanhu lava hinkwavo lava va ka finyeliwa masirheni. That's how they realize that they have a serial rapist on the loose. However, a swi va problem ya ku a va ri hava DNA yena ka system ya maphorisa, and therefore I've said this before, if you don't have my DNA aka system ya maphorisa, you hambi wo kuma yini, hambi wo kuma rito ra mina ri tsemekini on the crime scene, you can't trace it back to me because you don't have my DNA samples or DNA data, a system ya policing. And I think this thing was an issue at some point where organization in one ya kwala msaveni yi nga suggesta ku each and every person loko a bibliwa DNA yakwe yi fane capture vekiwa ka the policing service systems ku swi ta olova ku loko ku kumeka ti-traces ta DNA ya yena ka crime scene swi ta va simple. A swi pfuli ku ta va ha ri crime, ku ta va ku ri yena xigevenga, but then surely a nga va voni swin'wana on that day kumbexani swi ta. So it was, however, swi ta va kha swi endleta privacy ya vanhu, so it was swi cukumetiwile. So a va ri hava i DNA ya nkulukumba loyi ka emaphoriseni, but however yi ti dlayise ngopfu hi timhaka ta tifoni leti a yi ti teketela na ti-property leti a yi ti teketela, laya yi fika yi nga swi tirhisela vutlhari yi pfumelela vanhu ku va swi vona. That's how they managed to pimpa. And when they took his DNA sample, yes, yeah, not that one. So he pled not guilty to all the cases. Then he pled not guilty to all the cases. However, for the rape cases that are 12, from a 12-year-old to a 67-year-old, na van'wana va lava nga wa penya kwala xikarhi who I wouldn't want to release an identity ya munhu or any photo of them. It was sentenced to 17 life sentences, which is 180 something years, I think, 100 and something years in prison. And for kidnapping, it was sentenced 30 years. But I'm going to come to what is kidnapping. The moment I'm going to combat ishpamu and made them do things that they didn't want, it was recorded as kidnapping. And so I'm going to look at the previous video, I think. Previous video linga ela Jade Paniato. I think you can check it lawa ni hlamuselini ku swi ta kanjhani kuma ku munhu yo va yo tibyela ku pfinyi ntsena, swi kuma ku una ti-case to fika 5-10 which to huma ku ka swi endla sweswiya swa yena, ivi a kuma 3 years and 6 months for assault. Ku na lava a nga va ba while he was raping, and then akuma 78 years for robbery. She had to get the tifoni ta vona and property ya vona. So this was the case of Jazzman, Limpopo. I think now he's still serving his sentence, and I think he'll be in jail forever. So I hope you enjoyed. If there are any improvements that I should make on Komela Minti Visatona, Minga Revaluk subscribe until we meet again this week.